Boo. I am in your walls. Hello! Welcome to the stream. We're back with Pyanodons. Cool, cool. Oh yeah, so we go to rate calculator and we click changelog. It'd be like, wait, this version's the one we're already on. Where's the new changelog? And that's because I forgot to put a changelog in the new update, so you don't get one. Ha! Get hecked.
Hello there.
Hello, can do. Welcome to the pie.
Hello there.
And hello, General Tank. I really need to find a way to remove the borders from that video and change the timing of the alert. Hello, Acid Fair. What is your question? This is way too loud. Latest version is something off the mining productivity. Cost doesn't seem to be going up as expected. Do you mean in the latest version of Factorio? I don't know about... I'm not aware of any issues with that. Doesn't mean they don't exist, though. Okay, so we tried to make this really idiotic thing here, and it doesn't work. It gets jammed. So we're just gonna nuke it. What was all this over here? What is this making? Is this all from Muddy Sludge? No, it can't be. I don't even remember what this is for. Hello, not Steel Image. Can you rotate your blueprinted pie fluid tanks? No.
Moisturize me, moisturize me.
Try rushing for Geo on a base that barely produces anything with a minuscule boiler setup that almost died when he was researching automation pack. Well, yeah, Acid Fair, I'm not aware of any issues. So if there are issues, then please report them on the forums, and someone might fix them. So we're just gonna nuke all of this and start over because I think I was like too tired when I made this or something, and it's real bad. No worky. Also, it was never supposed to end up there. It was supposed to be over here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the cost got intentionally nerfed, but don't quote me on that. Okay, so we were making a this stuff, basic substrate. And for that we were making incubated petri dishes inside of microorganisms. That's not right. What's going on? What's going on? -10. That can't be right. That doesn't feel like the ratio we did at all last time. What am I doing wrong here? Last time I thought it was like 6. I mean, we should have. Never mind, it's not here anymore. Hmm. Not including patch notes broken. Okay, so these decay in 45 seconds. Also, after last stream, I did do some testing with the spoilage behavior. So if we go ahead and give ourselves some incubated petri dish, and let them spoil. Because someone mentioned that like, oh, it'll spoil during the craft cycle, but that is not true. And I would have been very, very concerned if it was. Because it simply doesn't work like that. So if we put these in when they're at like 3 seconds. So that spoiled before the craft completed, but the craft still completed. So yeah, it's completely untrue. Just tested it again. So these actually do have a full 45 seconds to get to the assembler, which means that we can be a slightly, we can be a slightly better about this. Okay, so I can make enough. I just need more. I need more glass. Heck. In that case, we are simply going to make. Ah, but I don't want to do that. I still think I'm gonna try this setup where we just direct insert into the thing, but we're only gonna have 3. We're gonna have 3, and instead of having that dumb setup, we're just gonna do this. I'm pretty sure this will work. I'm pretty sure if it's holding a spoilable thing when it's already over here and then it spoils, it will still put it into the machine's trash slot. I'm like 95% certain that that's the case, but we're gonna test it. So you go ahead and incubate a petri dish, and we're gonna actually. Oh, it's gonna have to incubate all of it. Heck. How much do we need? 2. Okay. Okay, so if we just get rid of all the moss so that this can't do anything. Oh, actually, we do need more. Because what we need to do is simulate a scenario where it wants to drop more, but doesn't because it's input overloaded. Like, this might actually not work. Why are there lyrics in this music? That's weird. Why is there just a guy talking about drugs in this music? Come on, dude. Make more incubated petri dishes. Maybe it can't produce them quickly enough. That would be pretty funny. That's the guy who's always complaining about Coke. Shut up. What is the speed of one of these? So 0.05 per second. The 3 of those is 0.15. So that's 1 every 6.5 seconds. Huh. We finish this run before the Pi Space Expeditions release? Probably not. Oh, okay, right. It's not even putting them in, but if we force it to hold one, what happens? Oh, it won't even pick it up. Okay, I think this is gonna work. What are you cooking in these vats? I'm cooking petri dishes. Gosh, we're so low on molten glass. We need to really up our quartz mining. That's like next on the list. Okay, this song is weird. I'm skipping it. Oh, it's almost done. Okay, so the vats or the stuff and things will come in here. Oh, actually, it's much nicer. So it'll take petri dishes from there, but it'll hopefully prioritize the ones in here, because otherwise it'll get deadlocked. Right, I think I decided I didn't want to do this because I need to bring those back out consistently. I actually need an electric inserter for this because I need 2 filters. So we take out petri dishes and we want to put them back on this belt with a priority input splitter. Set a priority input splitter. Go. What is a Vrauks? A Vrauks is a domesticated animal that looks awfully insect-like. And they live in our paddocks and they breed in our sex dungeon. Alright, but this also needs a biocrud output. And then it needs a wood input. This would be much easier if we had material fabricators. I think that's what they're called. Automated factories. Direct insertion even worth it when things spoil? Well, are you asking if it works or if it's worth it? I'm doing this to decrease the amount of time that they spend on the belt. Because, like, otherwise they're just gonna spoil. Actually, now that I think about it, it literally doesn't matter because they're spoiled back into the petri dishes. So, this whole direct insert nonsense, yeah, I think you might be right. This whole direct insert stuff is not the way to go. I was thinking we needed to reduce... I'm so gleba-pilled. I was thinking we needed to reduce the amount of decay on the petri dish as much as we could, but it doesn't matter because this doesn't spoil. Yeah, this is dumb. Get out of here. I'm making this way more complicated than it needs to be. I need to think things through a little more. So why is this so far away? All we need to do is put our... I'm just... what is all this? Get out of here. I just need to put all the microorganism mines in a row. And then have a... inputs there, outputs there. And that'll do incubated and non-incubated petri dishes. And then we just do this. Because that will be like that, and then... Yeah, that's it. That's the whole setup. And then this, we have the other we have the non-incubated ones come in there, and then we just have the burner assembler right here, and it has 3 open sides. Super. Don't know what I was doing before. I'm so gleba pilled that the gleba was making my design way harder than it needed to be. Finally, I wrote a message that wasn't just backseating and asking a general question, and he turned it into a backseating one. I genuinely enjoy streaming Pi because sometimes the backseating saves me a ton of time. Generally, I don't like it, but when I'm doing something objectively dumb, like, okay, maybe backseating is okay in that instance. Okay, so let's get these going. Hey, Mechajide. Why is there biocred on my petri dish belt? Weird. Oh, I can just do that. Neat. In case. It goes straight into there, and then incubated petri dishes come in over here, and then we good. All's good in the hood. That's the whole setup. Easy. Sorry, not the whole setup. I was wrong. Because we also need to put this back up here. And then have a priority input here. Didn't I already have an input belt? Yeah, it's right here. There we go. Finally. I need enough in here to start the cycle. That should be fine. Oh, and that's even expandable. That, however, is not. Toy. Gosh, rocks grow up so slowly. Okay, next up is the quartz crystal mine. That's what it is. Gosh, why are those have so many intermediates? No, it's not out of barrels. I need so many air core inductors. You don't really need those until you do. And then suddenly you need a bunch of them. Oh, there's my Vrauks. They're just sitting there. Funny. Using the ceramic recipe for what? Air cores? No, not yet. It's on my list. Yeah, that increased power a little bit. But that should also help a ton. Cool. Or quadrupled our production of quartz, which should help with the glass situation, which is currently the #1 bottleneck in the science pack. We're backed up on tar. That's incredible. We had tar problem. We had a tar deficit for so long, and now suddenly we have too much tar. And we also have too much coal gas. Where's the coal gas? There it is. We also have too much coal gas. It's still going up. Although that's probably about to go down now that we are... Well, actually, we have this circuit here. So it prioritizes tar, but if it runs out of tar, then it'll switch to coal gas automatically until coal gas runs out. Yeah, I'm sure as soon as the new quartz comes in... oh, I forgot to place the radar. I'm an idiot. Going back up. And it's funny how you feel like you walk so slowly, but when you see items on a belt moving at the speed of the character, it's like that belt's really fast. Pi's radars are less UPS hungry. Yeah, well, I specifically want these to scan. That's why I'm using regular ones. Pi's radars are good because they don't scan, which is why they save UPS. Yeah, so Pi's radars just reveal an area. They don't reveal new territory. Whereas this radar that I just placed just revealed this chunk. The Pi radar wouldn't have done that. The Pi's radars only continuously reveal the existing territory. They don't scan new territory. Which makes them a lot more efficient, but it also lacks the feature of scanning. Alright, here's our new quartz. And I think we're about to suddenly find that our tar is going to run out again. Cool, we are actually running all 5 machines now, or all 4 machines. That's awesome. You didn't know that vanilla radars reveal territory? That's why you'll sometimes see people place like a zillion radars all in the same place because they want to scan faster. Not because it reveals territory better. Or not because it does this better, it's because it'll scan new territory faster. Yeah, exactly, General Tank. Roboports did the same thing now. They reveal an area, but they don't scan anything. Okay, we really don't have a better way. We can introduce sand to get more yield. That gives us 2 less quartz for the same amount of glass. But that doesn't really help, because what I need to do, the quartz is not the problem. The problem is the fuel. So we are very quickly gonna, yeah, we're very quickly running out of tar already. The problem is the fuel, so we need a more efficient machine to put this in. Which just requires higher glassworks. Or we would need an efficiency mod. Which I assume are very far away, yeah. By science too. Okay, how is the Pi Science 1 doing? Still short on glassware. Oh, because we're taking it all for glass and oh. Well, that blows. We already switched to coal gas as well. We just need more molten glass, really. At least there's not more efficient glass recipes. What? There's at least one more efficient glass recipe before that, if not more. Right, but the problem is, oh no, yeah, these give more molten glass for the same crafting time. Actually, for even less crafting time. Yeah, this doesn't help the fuel situation at all, but these ones do. Because it gives us more molten glass output for the same amount of fuel, which is what we need. Because that's quartz processing stage 1, which we can actually research right now. And what did that take as ingredients? Oh my gosh. Recipe book, thank you. It takes crushed quartz, which is just in a jaw crusher. Okay, that's not bad. So you just crush the quartz, and suddenly you get 5 times as much fuel efficiency. 3 times as much fuel efficiency. Okay, deal. That's the first thing we're researching. Get it done. Although I have a feeling that as soon as we fix glass, then we're going to find that this is woefully inadequate. Oh, actually, we're backed up here. Weird. Oh, and we don't have any moss input. Where's the moss? I swear I brought moss up here already. Where is it? I guess I never did. I was just feeding it in myself. Fascinating. We already have 30 biocred piled up. We can't do anything with this right now. We could compost. Can we compost yet? Used in compost plant. That's not that far away, actually. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 techs away. That's like nothing. There we go. Oh gosh, okay. These all need to be electric inserters. Basic inserters are too slow. Yep. Why is biocredit getting on that belt? Should be no biocredit in here. Strange. Oh, it's from the output of... I get it. Okay, so we've already chewed through our reserve of science packs, so yeah. We're not researching no more. There's a weird flavor Factorio just clicked on. Yeah, welcome to pie. Petri dish was struggling to grab from the curved belt, really? Ah, that's cool. I forgot about that. I thought we fixed that though. I thought we made them slightly faster extension speed so it wouldn't, that would no longer happen. Yeah, I thought that was fixed too. Does Pyanodons break it again? Maybe it does. Strange. Not melon! Yeah, I don't know what I was doing with all that direct insert nonsense. This is way simpler. Maybe we accidentally unfixed it? Yeah, we are researching with PyScience 1 again. We did get a burst of science. So we have 6 minutes left for quartz processing. So let's start planning for this. So this new stuff will give us crushed quartz, which outputs stone. Oh, that's actually good. We need more stone. And then it gives us crushed quartz. And we turn 2 crushed quartz. So we turn 10 quartz ore into 30 molten glass. That seems less efficient. Oh, never mind. It's 10 to 30. That's 1 to 3 instead of 6 to 10, which is 1 to 1 and a bit. No, that is more efficient, just straight up. Free rocks. No idea about what you fixed underneath, but the extension and rotate values seemed unchanged when I looked. Yeah, that's really weird. I swear we fixed that. I remember we specifically talked about it in a Friday Facts, saying like, yo, we fixed this problem that's been a problem for years, and everyone was super hyped about it. And I really wish I could... Can I pipette that recipe? I can pipette it, but then I can't apply it to the thing, so I can't select it until... Oh, that sucks. Oh, just blame Smart Belt. Based. Okay, well, we can't actually plan for this yet because, okay, we can do math manually. So it takes 1 second to produce 1 crushed quartz. And then this requires 4 seconds for 2. So that's 2 to 1. So we can do 2 to 1 here, assuming these have the same crafting speed. They are. I love Pi for that. Thank you for the follow, Pospec03. I appreciate it. And thank you for the follow, Givsky Hustler. I appreciate you. Yeah, that's 2 to 1, or 1 to 2, which is awesome. So I can lay it out like so. And then put those in there. And then underground? Hey, it fits. Okay, and then we can just tile that. So this will take in the quartz with a zillion inserters. The quartz will come in on this line. And then these are backwards. This will take in the quartz, and then the crushed quartz will go into here. And it'll output the 2 products. So we're gonna need to sort those out. Or sorry, it's gonna output molten glass in it. Yeah. How does that work over here? It's a side output. Okay, yeah, so we do have a side output. I'm just gonna do this for now. I can plan. Okay, there we go. Then we have a side output of that. Hey, that actually also fits perfectly. That's incredible. Like it was made for this. Oh, can you do it in a recipe book? Actually, that might work. I don't actually check. I don't have a check on that. So yeah, that will work. That's incredible. If only I could rate calculator ghosts. That would be pretty heckin' neat, wouldn't it? Crushed quartz is from here, bang, there. Okay. That's actually really nice. Another common W for a recipe book. Thank you, Jigsaw. And then this will output the stone onto this belt. Don't you get it per second in the sidebar? Yeah, but that doesn't give me the full picture. Currently, rate calculator simply does not support ghosts because the way that I read recipe rates is I can just set something on here, and then this entity has selected effectivity bonus. Like that. Or no, it's efficiency. We changed it. Nice. Efficiency. Okay, how about speed bonus? 0. Okay. So yeah, that has no speed bonus. Productivity bonus is also 0. But if it's a ghost, then it'll always be 0, even if it has modules in it, and if it's affected by beacons. So I have to do a bunch of extra work for that. No, I didn't add the feature, Jigsaw. That was not mine, actually. That is fake news. False advertising. Oh, no, you're talking about recipe book. Never mind. My bad. Yeah, I'll pat myself on the back for that. Okay, so those will give us triple output. Because, yeah, we're gonna... Actually, we're not really chewing through our coal gas. Did this go back to tar? It did. Fascinating. So some of these are actually... Oh, that's incredible. These are running on tar and coal gas simultaneously because my fluid system is funny like that. Reminds me of Solid Recipe Book 2 keeps the feature from Recipe Book 1 that you can get a blueprint of a crafter set to a recipe from the recipe page. Yeah, that's what we just did. And this is Recipe Book 4, by the way. Not Recipe Book 2. There's been 4 rewrites of Recipe Book because I can't decide how to do mods. But I think this is going to be the last rewrite ever of this mod. I'm finally done rewriting Recipe Book, boys. And of course, I didn't leave enough room for the new setup. Oh no, it has room. Barely. Yeah, in this case, this is one of the cases where I am going to demolish the old setup immediately because I just need more fuel. I need more glass. The setup ain't cutting it. That's what you want to think. Shh. RB5 is already sleeping deep in your brain. I sure hope not. Okay, cool. Force processing is done, so goodbye, dumb glass setup. Get out of here. Oh, why isn't it, God, that's strange. Does Recipe Book always, or does Blueprint Shotgun always work like that, and these entities are just so big that it reveals that behavior? It's fascinating. Oh no, I have too much quartz. This is my favorite part of the mod, just doing this. Oh, whoops. Get over here. Yep. Oh, I forgot electric poles. How silly of me. Great. Oh, that's a milestone. That's cool. A pretty big deal, huh? More efficient glass. Okay, so was this correct? Yes. Why are you... Oh. I don't have the outsider for... I put the outsiders on the wrong machine. Oh, those can't keep up. Okay. But this music is funky. Probably be filtered? Yeah. You know, if I had any space to put stuff in. I don't have so much trash all the time. As my inventory fills with garbage. Alright, cool. Now I can just copy this. And paste, yeah. Assuming I can get a jaw crusher and more inserters. And more power poles. Oh my gosh, I'm out of logs. This is a disaster. I have an log in that chest. There we go. Just get all the power poles, please. I have enough. I don't have enough copper. Don't have any small parts, and I'm sort of low on those, so I'll get them. Cool. And I'm out of duralumin. That's annoying, because I have to go all the way down here to get more. And we still haven't fixed the seizure-inducing search. That's very annoying. Oh, we're completely backed up on circuit boards. That's awesome. Only been one day since you pointed that out yesterday. Yeah, come on, this is Wooba. We haven't fixed it yet. It's been a day. 24 hours on a weekend. We haven't fixed the bug yet? Pathetic. This isn't the Wooba I know. Oh, jeez. I'm crafting 191 small electric poles. This is gonna take a while. How easy it is to automate? How easy is it to automate those? Oh, I can use my treated wood. I have treated wood down here, don't I? Treated wood. Yeah, I have some here. I'm pretty sure this is a huge surplus. Yeah, it is. I just need to combine that with copper cables, and then I have... yeah, let's do that right now. Let's go. Okay, this music is giving me a headache. What you treat with it? I treat poles. There we go. I have all the power poles I could ever want for the foreseeable 10 minutes. The next 10 minutes. Oh, I'm so close. I'm so close. Actually, oh, I don't have chromium. Chromium, a whole separate thing. Chromite sand. Yeah. Chromium ore. Yeah, it's a whole nother chain. Dang it. Threw off a belt. What are we, cavemen? Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, okay? It works. It's cheaper than a splitter. Crafted them by the 1,000 and stored in logistics trash slots. That's actually kind of neat. Okay, I'm gonna upgrade all of these to electric. Yeah, much better. Oh gosh, this is so output. Never mind. It's still gonna be output limited though. That's funny. All right, cool. We've automated those. Yes, it is more efficient than using a splitter, and it takes less space. So if you don't need a splitter, don't use one. Where's my glass? I passed it again. I always pass the glass for some reason. I can never find the glass. Oh geez, I'm a doofus. I need to move all of these back. Come on. Ah. Yeah, I'm just gonna move these back. Because I need to put the actual glass machine at the front. Like a dingo. So I think I will leave room for, well, I'm gonna, I think this will have, yeah, it's 1 glass per second. I think that's enough for now. Like for our main bus needs, but I am gonna make 2 just in case. So we'll have 3 per second of room. There we go. And then I will steal, well, I actually don't need any more right now. So I'm just gonna keep this off of the thing until I need more. Okay, cool. And then I can, oh, yikes. Ah, yikes. Ah, yay. You want any more than 2? Okay, good to know. That's gonna have to go on the other side. Or this will go on the other side. I vote this goes on the other side. Don't need this. Oh no! I've done it again. I'm completely full. Why do I have a printed circuit substrate? Just chilling. 1 aluminum plate, that can go away. Soil, limestone. I can't wait till I get logistics bots in like 50 hours, dude. Maybe a little bit more than 50 hours. Okay, that's more like 100 hours. At my pace, anyway. Oh no, I'm trapped. Help me. Okay, now we can... Never mind. There we go. Okay, much better. I need Minecraft pouches. Yeah, because we should totally be taking inspiration from Minecraft for good inventory management. Sounds like a great idea. I need light. Give me light. Thank you. And the pouches are a decent solution to having too many different item types in low quantities. Yeah, that's true. Okay, it's only 1 into logistics. Okay, so maybe 50 to 60 hours is reasonable. Maybe. This is still low on quartz? Wow. I mean, I guess that's only 4 per second. Yikes. I need 5 inserters for this. There we go. Yeah, so now I'm suddenly making oodles of glass, because each of these has tripled output. This is equivalent to 12 glass machines, which is pretty dang good. And this is the same number of glass machines, but we've tripled the output, which means that our tar and coal gas output can currently sustain this just fine. I think we are in the clear. Okay, so now I just need to make 1 more machine on the back here for empty petri dish. Not a glass unique intermediate. Why'd you have to tell me that? There we go. Okay, well, I mean, I already knew that. Well, I mean, I guess glassware is a similar thing. Oh yeah, I need to hook up that output. It's like, how much are we producing versus consuming? We're still consuming way more than we're producing. But because my fluid system is magical, these will more or less regulate themselves in terms of even distribution, more or less. So yeah, this should be faster now. It's still not great, but it's significantly faster now. And then if needed, I can move the tailings ponds. Oh, actually, tailing ponds for pitch is gone. That's cool. Like it. But we need to consume more creosote at some point. Because then we can move the tailings ponds and, that was just out of fuel. Let's go. Oh, I need to... Yeah, there we go. Because this was fighting with this one over here. Or, sorry, this was, very, yeah, okay, that's much better. Now it's prioritizing coal gas. Did I re-enable PySimple's tech tree changes? Yes, I did. After I got Blueprint Shotgun. Because according to PySimple, I still shouldn't have Blueprint Shotgun. Oh no, they did fix it. Okay, so military is behind Automation Science Pack now. Okay, so they actually did fix that. Cool. It's amazing what happens when you complain a little bit on stream and the PyDev happens to be watching. Okay, so now how is our coal gas reserve? Oh, yikes. That's very yikes. Very big yikes. Uh-oh. Coal gas is immediately dead. That's incredible. How much are we consuming? We're consuming... No input fluid. What? Hello? Where's my coal gas input? Rate calculator. Hello? Huh. It's not telling me. Who wrote this mod? Literally useless. Do the same thing, complain to the dev. Hey, dev a rate calculator. If you happen to be watching, these should be showing coal gas, but they ain't. It claims that they don't have input fluid, so there's gotta be something happening here. Weird. Log off and go fix the mod. Oh, I don't need to log off to fix the mod. I wrote rate calculator. Hi. Hello. Thanks for making such a fantastic mod. I literally can't play the game without it. Actually, yes, I can. I played all of Space Age without it, but it was dumb. Calc util. Process burner. Process fluid energy source. Okay, here we go. Hey, Will! Wow, 101! Jeez Louise. Hello, Will. Thanks for the raid. What were you up to today? Hey, you were actually playing Factorio today. Good, I forgive you today. Today you are the best. That does make me very happy. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. We are in the midst of refactoring our glass production, and yep, we ran out of coal gas already. Coal gas completely got destroyed by that. Yep, we consumed all 27,000 coal gas in like 3 minutes. Also, our power is dying again. Doing pre-space quality for the paint. Are you putting quality module? Please tell me you're putting quality modules in your mining drills. Yep. Oh, that's amazing. Do we forgive you for playing with mods, though? I'm literally a mod developer. You think I'm not going to play with mods? I was a mod developer for like 4 years before I got this job. If I hear any more anti-mod slander, you're getting banned. Yikes, okay, our fuel situation's immediately just completely destroyed. Still don't forgive you for making me— oh, why'd you have to bring that up? All's well that ends well, right? You didn't die. All is okay, right? You're still alive. It wasn't that bad. It was just COVID. COVID hasn't killed anyone, right? Oh, wait. Well, let's not even joke about that, because I'll get demonetized or something for spreading fake news. Streaming career over immediately. Oh, just your— oh. Geez, I'm sorry. I did not know that you had a bad experience with COVID. That was really a bad— that was a very out of color joke for me. I'm sorry. Thanks for the follow, WC Dozer. Geez, yeah, okay. I'm very sorry. I feel really bad now. I need to check my sense of humor sometimes. Not Raggar's fault. Surely no one else brought the same germs into the event at all. Wasn't like your entire apartment sick with stuff? Carl Green did as well. Yeah, I think a lot of people tend to take COVID not very seriously anymore because like now it's devolved because like the COVID devolved into the variant that's much less deadly but is much more transmissible, which completely destroyed all the other strains of COVID. So now it's much less deadly, but that doesn't mean that it didn't used to be and that it didn't cause a ton of suffering, and still causes tons of suffering for people who don't have good health care. Like the flu kills thousands. How many people does the flu kill every year? Causes many thousands of deaths. And people are like, oh, it's just another a flu, right? People don't take the flu seriously. Hey, Glint, thanks for the tier 1. Appreciate you. Well, yeah, anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your loss, and I'm sorry for making that joke. It was not a very kind joke. Let's move on now. That's the worst apology ever. I'm sorry. Can we just stop talking about this? Rygar, what? What's wrong? Oh. Posted on the forums. Thing is, if you're already unwell or not in a good way, any illness could be what ends you. It could be get a cold, not recover. Exactly. People just don't take disease seriously, which is really sad. Anyway, happier topics. How are the Vrauks doing? Vrauks don't have any moss. What happened to all of our moss production? It's going. We simply... wait, didn't I have a different moss production for this? Or did I just leech off of that one? Oh no, I leached off of that one. Yeah, we're completely destroyed on moss because we don't have any power. Okay, so power is the next thing we need to fix. Killed my whole base. Rip. No, geothermal's so far away. I need 4 more researches. I can actually make it right now, though. Geothermal's super easy to craft. I just need to get it. But unfortunately, my power demand shot up when I fixed the glass, so... Yeah, I have plans for fluid mixing 2.1. Gonna be great. Hopefully it actually works. I haven't really talked about it with the other devs yet to see if it'll work. But I have a plan. Dan has a plan. Okay, I think... Electric mine... Oh, wait, I can do this right now. Sold! Because in order to get more power, I need more mining drills. In order to fit more mining drills here, I really need to get rid of the ash belts. The ash belts take up a ton of space. Actually, how fast are the mining? Mining speed 2 per second. Mining speed... Oh, it's going to go even... Oh, geez. That's going to fill up a belt so fast. We can fill up a belt with like 4 mining drills. How's the plan for removing the 3K per connection limit, or was that intended? It was intended to be 6K, but it makes perfect sense that the average is 3K because of the linear relationship between fullness ratio and throughput. So I probably should have set it at 12K base instead of 6K. I have some ideas, but it's going to take more time to work out. I have some ideas that may or may not include an alternative to fluid extents that is less gamified and more physics-based. Okay, yeah, so Cthulhu Coal Patch is going to go away. Let's appreciate one final time just the absolute absurdity of this ash belt. This ash belt is incredible. But I was looking at the mining speed. I don't think electric miners are going to fix our problem because the problem is not actually necessarily the coal belt or the ash belt. The problem is that coal gets generated so quickly that we can only fit like 4 on each side to generate an entire belt of coal. So we basically just need to redo this mine. I don't think we actually need the electric drills, but we are going to research them anyway, just because we already started. I've turned the extents into a mini game to get my builds to be within the limit, so I don't need a pumping station. Yeah, that's fun. Would have been even more fun before we made it 10 chunks. I think it used to be like 250 originally. But yeah, I don't like the extents because I don't like it being physically based, or like, I don't like the fact that it's a bounding box base, and it's also been causing problems for linked connection. But I have an alternative idea that I originally wanted to do, but I just didn't have time because the release was looming and I needed to get something done. That is very annoying. Okay, so we are about to kill our entire base momentarily. Temporary death serum. Let's go. $250, and then people cried, why not X times chunk size? The people are way too addicted to chunk sizes, dude. And Coverx was like, no, we're not going to do chunk size because we don't want to encourage that type of thinking. And then he made it a chunk size anyway. I put Factorio in the back burner for a while, played almost too much in the last few months. Yeah, that makes sense. Thanks for playing, but also enjoy your break. The factory grows, but it doesn't grow very well if you're burned out. Okay, goodbye Cthulhu Coal Patch. We're just gonna rip it all up, I think. We're gonna mark everywhere that needs coal, and then we'll rip it up. This is coal too, right? No, that's ash. Oh, that's a different belt. Oh, we need to preserve this belt. Literally requested time off work for Space Age release because I knew I'd neglect my job if I didn't. Hey, same. Well, I didn't request time off, but playing Factorio makes me neglect my developer duties sometimes. Man, those few months when I was just playing the game and getting paid for it was incredible. Unfortunately, that's no longer the case because it's out. I can't say, oh, I'm playtesting anymore. It was fun while it lasted. Okay, Karajan is going bye-bye. Yeah. Is that our... do we have a load-bearing power pole going through this? I think we have a load-bearing power pole. Yeah, we have a load-bearing power pole. That's incredible. So yeah, it's going to completely destroy everything. Let's just do it. So much go. This is such a mess. What is this belt? That's the ash belt. It was bound to happen. This coal patch was incredible while it lasted, but it was always going to get ripped up at some point because it's just so bad. Oh. Awkward. Really ought to automate those. Oh, I'm not gonna use electric mining drills, I've decided. Because for one thing, they take a lot of power. They consume a megawatt each. And I don't want my power production to be dependent on power, because that's just ripe for deadlock right now. It will eventually do power, but I changed my mind because the actual throughput bottleneck is not ash, it's the actual coal output itself. And electric miners will make that even worse. That might have flown under the radar, but I decided I'm not going to use electric miners here. Why I just started ripping it up immediately. Is this a coal? No, that's ash. What's all this garbage? A lot of this is the ash reprocessing byproducts, but we are going to rip it all up anyway. Because we just need to have a clean slate. Don't need coal for geo though, that's true. Okay, so now we have a clean slate. How many miners do we have? 36. We want 4 on each side. My bad. Never mind, this doesn't need to be apart. We'll see if that works, but we might need to offset that by 1. Okay, so that'll be 1 belt's worth of... we don't need to filter those, I don't... Yes, we do. Of course we do. Oh, I just got rid of the... Idiot. Okay, that does work. Cool. So we don't need to offset them. What's this? Oh, that's the copper output. Okay, so this is the copper output from the byproducts over here. And that is iron ore output. I think I can make this better. I can use electric inserters here and compact these into one belt. And then I can run that same common belt over here. And then I have a filter. Actually, wait, no. This needs to be left copper because I do iron plates and iron ore. Yeah, I do. Iron ore is on the top side. What is that? That is coal. Fascinating. Wow, that fits perfectly. But I am going to put it down one because I want slightly more. Actually, these do need to be on the tops. Works okay. Yeah, that works fine. Much cleaner. Oh, I forgot you can't flip the burner mining drills. Where does the aluminium go? You've never been able to do that. We don't have alternative graphics, so at least I think that's the reason. But yeah, you've never been able to flip those mining drills. Yep. Now we're gonna have power again. Oh, look at those inserters struggling. Poor things. There we go, it's slowly coming up. But half the base is still disconnected. There we go. Now we're suddenly gone again. How come only 8 burner drills fills a full yellow belt with coal? Because the coal has a very low mining time, and the burner mining drills also mine very quickly comparatively to the vanilla. So 4 is enough for more than half a belt of output. Man, I've been thinking about rate calculator a lot. I don't think the problem is necessarily the new design. I think the problem for me is that the net rate has a higher precedence visually than the actual output and input rates. It should be the other way around. Well, Jigsaw, the problem is I need more power right now. So I don't know what you expect me to do. Geothermal power is slightly too far away. Gosh, this produces a lot more ash than I thought. Now comes the problem of redoing all of the other coal that we needed to output. You're gonna live along with what you had. You said you're definitely not expanding boilers a couple of streams back. I probably should have done that, honestly. But I mean, this isn't gonna take that much time. So this can power all of this garbage. Not on one side of the belt. I think. Question about rate calculator. Is there a reason they can't calculate based off ghosts and has to be used building machines? Yes. I explained this slightly earlier in the stream. But ghosts don't have all of the same properties as real entities. So in order to calculate rates on ghosts, I'll have to do a lot of manual stuff that I don't have to do. Like, for example, if you have a ghost beacon. Diet beacon, what? Oh, I can't pick ghosts from here. Rip. But if you have, let's say, pretend this is a beacon. If these are both real entities, then this beacon will be affecting this thing. And I can just read the effects directly off this. But when they're ghosts, I have to actually do entity searches around the entity to see if there are any nearby beacons, and then apply the effects within those modules on the beacon myself on the Lewis side instead of just letting the game engine do it for me. So it's a lot more annoying, which is why I haven't done it yet. Yet being the key word. I do want to do it because not having it is also quite annoying. Why is there so much ash there? Because that's bad. Yeah, so this actually only needs to be half of this because this only requires it on the inside edge, meaning the bottom edge, so all these can go away. I can move this up. Or actually, I'll do it the other way because this way is more convenient. And then I'll just switch the side. Wait, that's the wrong... No, it's the right side. It's the correct side. Cool. I inspired you to start the pie mods, because they look fun. I've always wanted to try it, so I decided it was the time. You just gotta buckle down and start. Oh gosh, this ash is already backed up. Oh, because we're backed up on aluminum. Sense? Where is the aluminum belt? Here it is. Okay, that's easy enough. Cool, and the iron and copper shared belt thing is working. I just need to bring the iron plates through the boilers over here. Cool. Also, Jigsaw, the other reason I wanted to do this, even though, like, oh, poor guy. The other reason I wanted to do this was because I need more coal for coke. And I just didn't have any more room on the patch. So this could be a whole belt of coal, right? Yeah. What's this belt? That is... Oh, that's the science belt. I don't want to break that. I do need to move it slightly. And I knew there was a justification for doing this, but I couldn't remember what it was. That should be enough, I think. We shall see. Yeah, this ash situation is getting a little unfortunate. There's more ash coming out of these than I realized there would be. Yikes. Nothing against not wanting to die on the hills you made for yourself. The ground is backwards. Thank you. It's my funeral pyre. I can make it however I want. I also think I'm going to combine these two as well. Now that I can. That makes it a whole lot easier, because then I can just bring... and get those off of that belt. And these both come here, so it's actually perfect. Perfect setup. Oh, which one's which? That goes to lead. There we go. And that's supplementary coal for the steam boilers, which should be good. But now I need to... Where's the carriage belt? Because the carriage is going to be backing up now. Here's the carriage belt. Oh yeah, because it goes there. Oh, that's not intentional. Actually, that might be fine. Yeah, I don't think we need to clean anything up, but that was definitely not intended. Yikes. F at that? No. Yak. Yuck. Because the carriage needs to supplant or supplement the stuff up here. There we go, that's better. Instead of having to, like, squeeze it through here. Much nicer. Okay. This is already much cleaner. I think we've gotten all the belts. No, we still need to make a couple for, heckin'... Speaking of heckin'. That's unfortunate. I know how to fix this. There we go. Easy peasy. No problems. We were already making significantly more coal than we were before because I just ran out of mining drills. Wait, what happened to the rest of my mining drills? What? I made like 11 of them. Oh, I ran out of materials. Ran out of stone of all things. So the whole purpose of this refactor was now I can put one whole belt here and another whole belt up here. All right, wrong order. And now I have twice as much coke production. Or I'm not input starved on the coke anymore. Cool. Okay, what else did I break? That's accounted for. They're both accounted for. That one was accounted for already. Surely I broke ash something. I think I fixed the ash reprocessing loops. Yeah, I did. I fixed the carriage in. What else am I missing? Ash. I think we don't have enough ash to power... Yeah, we're out of ash down here. So the other thing we need to do is steal ash from up there and bring some of it down. And I seem to remember that we did that in a 3/4 ratio. And then we bring the rest of that down. To here. Oh, yikes. Yeah, that works. There we go. That'll bring it down to the greenhouses, and then we should be good. Okay. Now we're done with the coal refactor. Easy peasy. Look how much cleaner that is. Wow, Jigsaw, thanks for the 5 gifted. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. That's really generous of you. Look how much... I mean, this is so much cleaner than it was before. Give me a break. I didn't use commands, did I? No. Thank you so much. Welcome new subs. Thinking my sub count was getting a little low. Thank you for the boost. It's the wrong side of the belt. Heck. The jank intensifies. There we go. Now it's fixed. Wait. No. No. Wrong side. The problem is I have ash on the belt. Like, that's the only problem. There's no problem here. The belt is fine. I don't know what I'm doing. Sometimes I do these things and it really worries me. Thank you for the content and mods. No problem. Thank you. Again. Being so generous. I know I don't sound that excited, but I am. Trust me. I don't show emotion very well. Especially excitement. I don't particularly show happiness very well for some reason. I'm just a very stoic person. Okay, even a full belt of raw coal is not enough to satisfy this beast, so... Yeah, it's pretty yikes. Okay, so we have electric mining drills, but now we need to beeline for geothermal. We got coke processing, hot air, and then geothermal. We just need to research it because we can make all of the stuff. Yeah, we can already make it. We just need to research it. So get going. It actually feels kind of strange. The fact that you can craft these and use them without really needing any of like the hot air or coke processing stuff. Strange to me. Oh, coke processing, speaking of which. Convert. Huh. Well, I'll be. Ain't that fancy. Huh. It does take a mega. It does take high pressure furnace, which has 2 megawatts of consumption. But then we can skip all the byproducts. That's pretty neat. But actually, we need the byproducts right now. We still have a shortage of tar. Yeah, never mind. We're not going to use that. But it is neat. Just saying. Oh wow, our aluminum stuff is dead. I know it's been dead for a while. Yeah, this is empty, so we can just remove this for now. I have electric fluid miners now, right? No. Oh, yes, I do. They're down here. I just need more aluminium. Aluminium, however you say that word. The first electric mining drill at 34 hours. Hey, I forgot to check. How ahead of schedule are we? Here we made Pi Science 1 at third. Oh, we're behind. Yikes. Oh, also recipe book. But we're actually behind our last game. That's actually kind of incredible. How did we manage that? How did I do it faster with that disastrous base than with this slightly better one? Yeah, I was 2 hours slower. Fascinating. I wasn't expecting that. That's kind of sad. Maybe it's because I was designing better, so I was taking more time in the designing. That's my copium reason anyway. Where's the aluminium mine? Yay, scam train complete. I get to open a scam chest. Who's this diva emote? Neat. Yes, I do appreciate the subs, but I hate the concept of hype trains. Didn't even notice one was happening because I have all of that disabled. Did you stop and build 2 mods in the middle of your first playthrough too? No, but that mod dev time doesn't count towards the playtime. There we go. Now those are also power limited. Oh, geez, that like immediately. Well, first off, this furnace array is terribly designed. I think it'd be easier to just switch the sides. Yeah, it would be. It'd be way easier to just do that. Do that, and you're done. Well, the fluid miners are much better because they don't require mining fluid and coal and ash output. They just require mining fluid and electricity now. And that's going to be especially nice for these outposts because like out here, I don't have any ash belts. So for these ones, I'm going to have to... All of these miners over here are going to get converted to electric as soon as possible. As soon as I have spare bandwidth. Okay, so that's finished. How's our coal gas? Coal gas is backing up. How's our coke? Coke is coking. Still don't have enough drugs. It's unfortunate. This is working now. Where does that go? That goes nowhere. Big fat nowhere. I broke it. Mining fluid is not fuel? No, it's like the sulfuric acid for mining uranium. It's the same thing. Nope, that needs to stay there. Okay. So we need to be more efficient elsewhere. This is dumb. There we go, much better. Belts. Yep. There we go. Now any overflow from there will make it down there. But we don't really have that much overflow from up here. Also, we need to refactor this anyway because half a belt of fuel is not enough for all these boilers. We need more steam. You got pi 1 at 107. Wow. That's a long time. We're also going to need to refactor this copper mining at some point because we're running out of copper. Well, we still have plenty of copper. It's just the amount of mining that we're getting out of it is not very good. You know what? We can actually replace that right now. Oh, never mind. Can't craft. Can't craft because we don't have enough room. Where can I drop all these coal? Also, we're still not doing any advanced copper processing garbage. What does that entail? I assume that we crush copper in here? No, you don't. Weird. What's copper? Copper processing stage 1. Okay, so this gives you an automated screener. You get copper grade 2. And then you create it out of copper grade 2. So basically you put it through a screener and a jaw crusher. And that gives you a higher yield copper. Okay. Transporting solid fuel all over, better late than never to figure stuff out. Yeah, you get fluid mining drill Mark II immediately when you get electric mining drills. As they are in fact powered by eclectricity. Okay, so there's another problem with the coal. And that is, it's not making it all the way down there, which is weird because this has the same number. This has the same number of boilers as that does, right? Yeah. All ore processing in Pi, they don't get changed, so you just unlock new processing steps. You build on top of old ones, yeah. I like that, actually. Yeah, that's why I just, we're gonna not output priority left there. I think that'll solve the problem. There we go, that's actually helping. Cool, we solved power. Power's fixed. No problems. How's our science going? Science is sad. Very sad. What's going on? We have no glassware. Oh my gosh. It's glassware. This is completely backed up. We just don't have enough glassware. Okay, time to expand glass again. Or actually, no, I think glass's problem is a lack of fuel. Is that still a problem? No. We're backed up on glass here. Wait, why don't we have any glassware? We don't have any quartz. Oh, it was probably the blackout that caused that. Or no, we just don't have enough quartz. Okay, cool. We need more quartz mines. We need to double it again because this takes 10 quartz per second, and these collectively output 4. So we need 6 more quartz mines. Jeez. And each of these takes 420 kilowatts. Okay, we can power that. It'll be fine. Oh wait, we're not short on iron plates. We're short on. We don't have any. We don't have enough small parts, and we don't have enough copper. No, actually, we are short on iron plates. What? Well, this quartz needs to get out of our inventory. Yeah, the current factory is much better. Also, hello. Peloton. Again, take 200 million patches because I ran away from the start. And even my quartz patch was barely enough. Really? Wow. So quartz is going to be interesting. This have 61 million here. That's the only one we have researched. That's the only one we've discovered so far. There we go. Those will slowly offload. Now we have so much more room. I really wonder what that setup up there was for. I don't remember. Also, I think I've lost the blueprint by now. Yeah, it's gone. I was doing something with CO2 and greenhouses and garbage. But what was I doing? Oh, I was making my own moss production. Oh. Yeah, because this moss isn't enough. Yeah, we're suddenly halving our wood output because half the moss is going over there. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Dedicated moss production, please. Thank you. Oh, Vrauks is done. Okay, we need to do this. More rock hole is done. You can go to the bottom. Geothermal water, stone bricks. More efficient. Used to make stone bricks. Rendering byproducts, transport belt. Oh, did we miss one? No. Okay, we got that. All right, cool. How's the work on Crastorio going? It's going. It's tedious. It's not coming out this week. It's month of April is likely, but still I'm not gonna guarantee anything. But I'd be very surprised if it doesn't come out in April. KR slowly. KR slowly. Okay, I have 2, I need 4 more, which means I need more stone, really. Yikes, that's a lot of intermediates. Need 1 more, which means I need more copper. Oh, I need more air core inductors, actually. There we go. There we go. How's our power doing? Power's actually doing okay right now. Somehow. So now we should have an exact balance here. Yeah. 10 per second, which is good on the belt. Cool. Eat some Keratin, please. Yep. Oh, these are backing up on Ash as well. How long has that been a problem? Well. Okay then. Oh, this is, like, significantly cleaner. Huh. Neat. What did I break? Oh, I broke this. Hey, Zombie Killman64, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. Very generous of you. Thank you. Okay, are we good in the hood? Yeah, I think we're good in the hood. Yep, we are good in the hood. Awesome. Fix that. Okie doke. And we're still working on coke processing because we were so egregiously short on glass, but now we should be a lot better. Yeah, we're actually backing up on glass now. But this doesn't have any rubber stoppers. Okay, so now rubber stoppers is the bottleneck. What do we need? We need more creamy latex. We need more latex, which needs more latex slab, which needs more formic acid, which means more Vrauks. Okay, so Vrauks is now our bottleneck. So I've been putting off expanding the Vrauks for too long. Let's fix that. Oh, Rocky boys. Need more paddocks. So rock paddocks. Okay, I can make one more. Which I can simply copy paste this whole setup. Oh, but now we need to redo this. So let's thank you. Oh, we're out of belts. That's fantastic. Just great. Brilliant. Fantastic. Why is this? Oh, wait, what? Just keep finding more problems as I just walk through my base. Lower reprocessing still outputs the wrong side of the belt on top. Nuh-uh. Yeah, huh? How dare you point out a flaw in my perfect design? Should have known better. Hey, we're actually like backed up on coal now on the power production. That's really neat. We are fully saturating those boilers, which means we have a full 50 megawatts, I think. 106 mega. Oh, that's ideal. So it's 53.45 megawatts is what we can actually make. All right, so we have belts. I need to make more of rock paddocks though. So what do we need? We need more stone and iron plates. Let's get those while we're down here. I want to, I think it's 1 to 4. Yeah, it's 1 to 4. So I just need one more rock paddock. What is the current goal? Expansion. Actually, current goal is geothermal power. That's what we're working towards right now. But while we're waiting for that, I'm trying to fix bottlenecks with Pi Science 1 because we are woefully short on rubber stoppers. We're short on those because we're short on formic acid, and we're short on that because we don't have enough rock production. So I'm doubling Vrauks. Okay. There we go. We need insect sheep. Give them more nightmares so that they wake up more often, get less sleep. Well, actually, that would probably decrease breeding efficiency instead of making them breed more often. Breeding while sleep deprived doesn't sound very efficient. There we go. Okie doke. Now we need more. Why are none of these running? We're out of moss. We're out of moss. Okay, it's time to make more moss. Which is really freaking easy. All you need is water. Just add water and you get moss. Because of our moondrop turd that we chose. It's actually super easy to make more moss. We just need to do it. This is running at full tilt, but this is ratioed perfectly for the wood. So, yeah. Not much of it. Well, actually, it's also not making enough for the wood. What's going on? What? Did they change the ratios? Oh, no, I turned off the stone. Oh, let's fix that. Because we were consuming too much stone, but now we actually, I think we're fine. And this consumes 1.5 stone per second. Per hour, that is 5,400. So this should still last us 10 hours. That's fine. Yeah, thank you again, Jigsaw, for the gifted. That's very generous of you. And that's our temporary solution. This is going to keep using stone because I'm too lazy to remove all this stuff. Especially the creosote, which keeps expanding. What else can we use creosote for? Used in nothing. We can use it in a limestone tile, which we can actually research. Oh, by the way, I'm using GPU encoding now. Does the stream quality look okay? Because apparently AMD's FFmpeg encoder, or H.264 encoder, has gotten a lot better since I last tried it. Because, yeah, it looks normal? Awesome. Last time I tried this encoder, it was trash. Good thing the rock cocoons don't spoil. That would be pretty dumb. That would be so evil. Melon should totally do that in Pi hard mode. Make all the cocoons spoil, so that if your chain gets runs out, you have to automate codexes to restart it. That would be so evil. Hey, I've automated codexes before. Blubba at home. Okay, so the moss should be better, but it's still not going to be enough. So we still need to make a dedicated moss. We've built the rock paddock, so now we need more moss. Moss is just a matter of growing moss. Wow, that was a very useful sentence that I just said. I'm gonna run the bricks for a while to test it. How's the bit rate? Ah, here we go. This should destroy the bit rate. Actually better than before, really. Wow. Sugoi. Awesome. One of the reasons I was considering upgrading to a 9070 XT was because they apparently have much better H.264 encoders on AMD. Also, this is wrong. But I guess I don't need to do that anymore. Ah, I don't need to change hardware. I can keep using my current hardware. Oh, this is backed up. Whoopsie. Game work on Linux? Yes. Works well. This is the native Linux version. Works very well. Yeah, it actually does work better because Linux, there's actually something really fascinating about this. I'm gonna do some, I've given this lecture before, but I'm gonna do it one more time. So, why can't I, hello? There we go. I just need my pen tool, brush. There we go, that's all we need. So in C++, you have a struct, and a struct takes up a certain amount of memory. You have like field 1, field 2, field 3. But each field has a certain amount of memory. So you have a float that is 4 bytes, or you have a double, which is 8 bytes, I think. Watch me get this wrong. Or you have like a bool, which is just 1 byte. So the CPU has these things called cache lines, and memory things that can only fetch memory in increments of 4 or 8, I think it is. Oh, sorry. I will make this smaller. Is that better? So if you have a bool, so if you have your struct here, and then you have a bool, well, actually, I can just show you in the editor. Better. Okay, so we are going to make a struct here. Struct my struct. And we're going to put a bool here, flag. So now if we hover this, you'll see it says offset 0 bytes, size 1 byte. So now if we put a float down here, then you'll suddenly go up here and you'll say, oh, we have 1 byte plus 3 bytes of padding. So there's 3 bytes wasted here, which means that if we go down here and we see the size of the whole struct, it'll say size 8 bytes, because we need 4 bytes for this bool and 4 bytes for this float. There's 3 bytes wasted, so we can actually add 3 more bools here. And it'll still be 8 bytes. Because each of these only takes 1 byte. I don't know why I'm using my mouse. But anyway, the long story short is if we have a bool flag at the end, this only takes 1 byte and it has 3 bytes of padding. So there's padding at the end. If we're in C++, which actually means I need to make a C++ file. So we have a struct, our class, my base class, and we have a bool flag here. I'm going to do a struct. And then we have a struct derived, which inherits from base class. I have another bool flag too. So this derived is going to be 2 bytes because this is 1 byte and this is 1 byte. Float, my float. Okay, so now derived is 8 bytes and base class is 1 byte. So, hold on, this isn't a good example. We need to put a float here. My float 1, and then we have a flag. So there's 3 bytes wasted here, and then we have another float here. Okay, so this should be 8 bytes now. Yeah, and then this is 12 bytes because I have an extra 4. But what this is going to do is if this one has flag 2, bool flag 3, bool flag 4. Is my game still running? Yes. What? Okay, well, the long story short is when you have a derived class, the Linux compiler will actually compact this. So when you have the derived class, it'll actually look like this, and this padding will be filled in. Whereas on MSVC, which is the Windows compiler, it doesn't do that. So you'll have these 3 wasted bytes on the base class that are just wasted. But the Linux compiler will actually make use of those bytes. I don't know why it's not showing it here, but I do know that that's correct. So for because of that, classes are slightly smaller on Linux than they are on Windows, which means that overall, Factorio on Linux runs better. Because all of the entity classes in Factorio, the entity inheritance tree is really long and convoluted, so there's a lot of wasted padding bytes. On Linux, they're actually all consistently slightly smaller. It's actually really cool. So that is a very long-winded explanation as to why Factorio is actually faster on Linux than on Windows. Yeah, Fagart, I agree. I didn't even know about data-oriented design, which is what that was, or at least that sort of thing. I didn't know about all of that stuff until after I rewrote the fluid system, which is why the fluid system is slow. But I'm gonna redeem myself, I swear. I'm gonna fix it. It's not that significant, no. The other gains that you get in UPS on Linux is that the Linux OS is just doing less garbage in the background, so you have more CPU time available for the game. Because Windows does a lot of garbage that you don't want it to do, but Linux, you can pretty much directly control what it does. So, yeah, it just runs better. Take the same hardware, same benchmark map, and the same setup, and it will consistently, as far as I'm aware, it'll consistently run faster on Linux than on Windows. Yes, buy Factorio, or buy, I was about to say buy a Linux. No, don't buy Linux. If you're buying Linux, you're getting scammed. Play Factorio on Linux. Rust packs them automatically better, which causes problems, especially when having a stable ABI. Say a lot of wasted padding bytes. Is that because making the entities classes easier to read because the padding is better than the amount of benefit gained from having leaner classes? No, I'm not saying we don't do it intentionally, but if we do have padding bytes, they're usually at the end because we try to compact things as much as possible. So we end up having padding bytes at the end a lot of times. And yes, if you want multiple booleans, we do that all over the place. Factorio has a bunch of, we have a enum macro that we stole from Boost, I think, that automatically creates bit fields for you, or it has a bit field macro. So you can just define bit field and you just find the names of all of the fields in the bit field, and then it'll only take up the type that you specify. You can have up to like 8, 16, 32, or 64 bools in less space. It's really nice. Yes, it runs fine on Switch. It runs great on the Steam Deck. Well, I wouldn't say it runs fine on the Switch. It functions on the Switch. Vincent did a lot of magic to make that work. Okay, let's do some ratioing. Sorry for the lecture. That took way longer than I thought it would. We need some moss. I don't have any moss. I need some moss. Please, sir, may I have some moss? Space Age come out on the new Switch? I cannot comment. Also, what is a new Switch? Is it like the new 3DS? I know, I'm just messing with you. Call the Switch 2, get it right. Honestly, I kind of wish that they'd called it the Super Switch, but naming it Switch 2 is makes sense because like they just want to completely avoid a Wii U situation again. Naming it Switch 2 makes it extremely clear that it's a successor and not just an enhanced version of the same thing. So I have 19 moss, which is not enough. I need to steal some. Steal! Okay, so there is some excess moss going up there, but it's not much. Switch U. Factory U. Okay, so this requires carbon dioxide, which is easy. We literally just get free carbon dioxide from moondrops, which is really freaking awesome. Oh, look, it's already making carbon dioxide. Now we have that, and then, oh gosh, we can run so many moss farms with one of these. That's incredible. And then we just need muddy sludge, which we create in soil and water and a washer. And a washer. Muddy sludge, thank you. And then we get a soil extractor, which I don't have any of. This is your first playthrough of Pi? Well, it's my second attempt, but it's my first. I'm about to get to the point where I was in my last game, so I'm about to venture into unseen territory for myself. All right, cool. What's this ratio? Oh, I actually need 2 of this. I don't. It's fine. Okay, so basically, this is free. Yeah, we just need one of these, one of each, and then just an infinite number of moss farms, pretty much. Cool. Easy. We just need to craft a bunch of moss farms. Each one is 7, there's 20 iron plates, okay. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of most of the Pyanodon's assets. Like, I understand that Pi put a lot of effort into them, but unfortunately, most of them just don't really land with me. I wish they looked more like vanilla Factorio assets. But I'm not an artist, and I have no idea how difficult it is to replicate our art style. But I imagine it's pretty difficult, because a lot of mods can't quite manage it. Wow, these have been in here for so long that they have completely spoiled into biomass. Biggest issue of Pi's assets is how the buildings go visually higher than their footprint. Yes, preach. Like, look at these labs. You can't see what's going on. I have these stacked vertically because otherwise they're like, it's just ridiculous. Okay, I think 8's good enough. Yeah, spoilage and it has belt stacking. You get stacking in logistics science. Okay, it is time to clear more land. Although, do I need more than 2 plastics? Am I ever gonna need more than that? Well, I'm just gonna assume that I will at some point. Trying to vacuum up the entire forest. Hey, Melon did fix the basswood forestries after I complained about it. The main problem is that Pyanodon is the one who makes the graphics, and whatever Pyanodon doesn't want to do doesn't happen. So, yeah. Plus, redoing every single sprite in the mod to not do that would be incredibly time-consuming. I think Pyanodon would rather spend that time making more Pi mods. Oh yeah, what was that entity we saw the other day that had incorrect perspective on it? Dang it, what was it? It had 2 different perspectives in the same entity. What was it? Shoot. Router. What's a router? Yeah, that's why I said most of them aren't going to happen because it would involve Pyanodon actually like retooling the sprites, and I think the chances of that happening based on evidence is pretty low. Reformer. I wish I could select it. Ah! Yeah, it's this one. The, oh, whoops. When was the last Dang it! Okay, I'm gonna take a break. I'll be back. I need a break after what I just did. Actually, while I take a break, appreciate the reformer sprite. Notice how this doesn't have the same perspective as that. Okay, now I'm going. I'm back. Did you miss me? Thanks for the follow, Conduced. Appreciate you. Heck. Okay, we're good. Okay, so we need to craft the algae farms, or the moss farms again. Fine. And then we have the Moondrop greenhouse, we have the soil extractor, we have the washer, we have plenty of pipes. I'd like to get some more pipes, actually. Craft a bunch of those. Okay, I really need to offload some stuff. What do I have? I have tailings pond and exhaust pipe that I'm not using. I have a pie tank, I have iron chests. Okay. Oh, I also have 5 stacks of electric poles. That is probably not helping. Let's get rid of some of those. I have iron oxide, solder, kerosene, lime, hammock, ash, copper ore, coke, coal dust, lead ore, zinc, titanium ore, crushed quartz, native flora. I don't need those anymore. Okay. Take back our... Much better. Now I can pick up some iron plates and craft a zillion pipe to grounds. Cool. So many bullets for a game with no biters. Like, I don't even know where these came from, honestly. Like, did I start with that many bullets? Yes, you start with 4 stacks of bullets. 5 stacks. Now, while I'm thinking about it. Cool, so now the only one in the top level are the autosaves and the one I'm actually doing. Cool. Use mine to blow up boxes of junk. Oh, see, I also have another 100 in my inventory. Inventory. Have I died yet? No. So how do I make this centered again? I don't know. WiiWeb hasn't added middle click to center. Said. Okay, moss. Great, I don't have any iron plates on me. Fantastic. Okay, chat, how you doing today? What are y'all up to? You watching me in the background, or am I foreground entertainment for you? Okay, I won't be mad if I'm background entertainment. I watch Factorio streams in the background all the time. In fact, I'd be kind of surprised if this was your foreground entertainment, because it's a lot of lulz. I'd be flattered, but I'd be surprised. I'm your side chick when it comes to your entertainment. I'm at work listening to background noise. Nice. Must consume double Factorio. The factory must grow to 2 monitors. Sorry, we're not gonna implement 2 monitor support. It's just not gonna happen. How complicated is the Factorio code base? Well, I mean, it is a very not trivial game, but I'd say compared to most games, it's probably pretty simple. It's pretty well organized, at least, so like it's easy to find things if you need to. Especially if you've been working on it for a while. I'd say the biggest downside of Factorio's codebase is just how much object-oriented inheritance we have. in the entity structure. I think it could have done with more interfaces in that regard instead of a lot of inheritance. Thanks to the follow, Adivevo. But hey, the inheritance works. Like, changing properties, changing an overloaded method is a lot of work, but like it functions and it performs well, so like, hey, whatever. Do you still use Allegro? No, Allegro is gone. In fact, I nuked it for 2.0. In 1.1, we still had it as an audio backend that you could use if STL didn't work, but 2.0 is completely gone. There's no more Allegro. It's just STL and our own stuff. STL is pretty neat. I'm still researching coke processing. Oh, we're not doing any research right now, actually. Because we don't have any moss. Yeah, we're working on that. Even though it's not strictly required, I'm going to leave room for a second one of those because you never know. Muddy sludge. It has a water input. Easy. Has a muddy sludge output. Okay. And then we have the moon drops. Just go here. This produces free CO2, which is pretty freaking awesome. Let's do that. Yeah, because I didn't leave quite enough space. Oh well. Oh, really? Oh, those are... Oh, I got tripped up by the art again. Frickin' Pyanodon. Yeah, Factorio's 35 US dollars. $17 USD, where are you looking? That is, because that is 100% incorrect. It should not be $17. Oh, hey, my Steam client is frozen. That's cool. The regional pricing? Okay, yeah, If you're not in the US, then yeah, it will adjust based on your local currency. Ah, but it takes a while. Okay. In Algeria, and the price is shown in USD. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it does adjust based on your local economy. Steam does that all for us. We don't control it, I think. Just have you considered simply just having more money? Easy. Why are you choosing to not have money? I can't believe it's crazy to me that some people legitimately think like that. Okay, so what did we need these for? We needed these for Vrauks. Means we actually need to bring this out the other way. If you're homeless, just buy a house, right? Yeah, I'm not super. I know absolutely nothing about how Steam's internal stuff works. That's all handled by someone else, so I can't speak with authority on any of that. So don't trust anything that I'm saying. Costa Rica. Wait. The moss is supposed to go on the top side, right? Yeah. Factory run on potatoes. I wonder how much resources it requires when your factory grows. It runs pretty well on low-end hardware. But oh gosh, that's like significantly. This is literally free though. It depends on the potato, yeah. Factorio 2.0 is more demanding on hardware than 1.1 was. But it'll still run pretty well on most things. The single-threaded. You definitely want to prioritize single-threaded performance. Factorio does have some multi-threaded systems. For example, all of the circuit networks are multi-threaded and all the transport belts are multi-threaded. But the game loop itself is single-threaded. So your FPS and UPS are tied together in this game because it's necessary to be that way just because of the way the game works. You can't create more animation frames out of nothing. You can't simulate where there is no simulation, so yeah. It is locked at 60 FPS. You can't go higher than that without making the game faster. This is a funky song. I said I'll fix fluids in 2.1, okay. I swear. Unfortunately, there's some people who will never be happy unless it gets reverted to the 1.1 system, but that's not gonna happen. Zilch. Zero chance. Yes, I am enjoying Pyanodon so far. Thank you. Thank you for the follow, Buzztronic. Appreciated. It's 5 more. 3 more. Oh. Three more. There we go. Ooh. Said 3 more. There we go. Much better. I love the new fluid system, but I hate the fact that the new rails block every blueprint I had. Yeah, that's a necessary. It was, oh, hey, I have 9 instead of 8. That was an unfortunately necessary evil in order to make the new rails work. Are you the only Linux guy in the Factorio team? Pretty much. I'm the only one who develops the game full-time on Linux. There's one other guy who's mainly in charge of the sound system in the game. He also does some Linux stuff, but he doesn't develop on Linux full-time. He usually is on Windows. But I literally don't own a Windows license. I don't have a single copy of Windows in my possession. I only go on Linux. I'm the Linux guy. Yeah, like making rail blueprints, in my humble opinion, rail blueprints are pretty easy to make. But like, just make new ones. Not that hard. Simply get more blueprints. I personally, like, you'll see that my blueprints library is mostly filled with trash. The only thing I use from game to game is balancers. And, because I don't want to make them myself. But other than that, everything is unique to every game. I just remake stuff because that's the most fun way for me. I don't make like a base in a book blueprint and use that on every game. Like I'll make my own rail blueprints, but I'll do it fresh every time I play, and they'll be different every time. Logging them as uneditable is what I don't get. It would be easier if I could just remove the bad curves and just redo them, but I can't even edit them. Really? Can you copy it and then edit the copy? That's weird. Have you complained about that on the forums? Because that seems like not intended, in my opinion. Yeah, the last time I bought a Windows license, I got it on a keyed reseller. I've never bought Windows at full price. Microsoft doesn't deserve my money. Oh no, I just admitted to stealing Windows. Whatever are they gonna do? Isn't LTSC like missing features though? How do you get that to work for regular desktop usage? I religiously edited the watermark. Nice. Huh, fascinating. Does it not have Copilot? Basically no bloat. Fascinating. If I ever have to use Windows again, I will look at that. Although actually I am going to get a Windows machine to do stuff on, because like I have an Intel NUC that my brother gave me, and I'm gonna put Windows on that so that I can test stuff on Windows. So I am gonna have a Windows computer in my house again, which is gonna be really gross, but I do need to be able to test stuff on Windows sometimes. It'll be incredibly useful for my job. So I will see if LTSC will work. Doesn't have the Microsoft Store? Oh my gosh, I'm sold. I don't have to deal with the Microsoft Store. I can just use Winget for everything. That sounds like heaven, dude. Oh, I'm actually short on soil. Oh, no, I'm not. That's just a batch script? Huh. Don't let Amazon ban you for sharing that link in the chat. Oh, does Microsoft Office not work on that version of Windows? Thank you for the follow, Wiggly Hoo-Ha. That is a very interesting name. I like it. Cool. Literally just printing moss from water. It's awesome. Oh, Wiggy Hoo-Ha. Oh. Wiggly Hoo-Ha. That's funny. No, stop placing stuff. I want to mine stuff. Thank you. Oh, 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 oh. I got it. I can get grenades now. I don't have to vacuum up trees anymore. Are grenades hard to make? Gunpowder. Okay, how do you make gunpowder? Gunpowder, recipes, coke. Oh, it gets a little bit annoying, actually. Ah, erasing trees is cheating. Stop placing stone bricks. Thank you. I think I gotta run out of ammo before I finish this forest. Horizon overhead is substantial? I haven't actually seen that. In fact, when Elden Ring came out, it ran better on Proton than it did on Windows, because Valve went in and fixed a memory leak or something. Or no, it was a shader cache. Valve implemented a shader cache because Elden Ring didn't have one for some reason. So, yeah, like, maybe some games, like, I wouldn't run Factorio in Proton, even if it, well, it has a Linux version, so there's no reason to, but Proton is really freaking good most of the time. Ah, finally, the deforestation is complete. Save the universe. What is my upstairs neighbor doing? Stomp, 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 stomp. Okay, we are running low on power again. We still don't have any stuff happening. Don't have any rubber stoppers. We should be making Vrauks again. We are. Oh. We're not making formic acid because I'm saving up Vrauks for the last paddock. Can I go through here, please? Please? Nope. That's incredible. I don't know. I also can't really... I don't really have... Like, I don't play a lot of AAA games, so... I haven't experienced super bad performance degradation with Proton. Okay, so now we should be producing 1.5 rocks per minute, which means we are getting Uh, 300 formic acid per minute, which is not nearly enough. And we need to scale up rock stuff a lot more. You didn't play Assassin's Creed Shadows? I've literally never played an Assassin's Creed game in my life. Is there hissing from the pie buildings? There's Vrauks mating calls. Oh gosh, our power situation has gotten so bad. We just need more pie science. Hey, we are making more latex slabs now. Cool. Cool, we're making more rubber stoppers. Awesome. Maybe it finally trickled its way down. Oh no, it's because we suddenly have a bunch of rocks that I'm rendering all at once. Right. Not gonna last. What is pi, by the way? It's Pyanodons. It's the mod pack I'm playing. I think that mods is mostly up to date, but I don't think it's 100% up to date. There we go. Just updated it. Coke more energy dense than raw coal? Yes, but Coke is also expensive. Yeah, this is legitimately going to take over 1,000 hours to beat. It's probably going to be a multi-year game. Especially with the way I play the game, which is slow. And I can't make OBS justify this music thing. Like, it's a thing on Windows, but on Linux, the text uses free type, and apparently free type doesn't use or doesn't support alignment or something. Like, there's no option for it. Oh well. There's a hard question. What is your favorite game? I wonder. Come on, geothermal power. We need you very badly. What the heck? Why is that continually... Okay. Actually, we can make this slightly better. We can increase these to electric inserters. Okay, then your second favorite game. That's a good question. A very hard question. Never heard of I Wonder. I'd say it's probably Journey. But it's a toss-up. Between Journey and Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, I'd say probably Journey, because Journey had just gave me such an emotional experience. But in my top games in no particular order are Journey, Tears of the Kingdom, pretty much all the Zelda games actually. Xenoblade 3, Xenoblade 2, wow, I'm struggling to remember what games I've played. Persona 5. Oh, Persona 5. That's also quite good. I'd actually put Persona 5 above Journey. So Persona 5 Royal is my second favorite game. Yeah, final answer, Persona 5 Royal. Oh, really? When you faster place, you have to vacuum up the remnants yourself. That's fascinating. Oh, nope, can't do it. Dang. Okay. And that's not even the problem anyway. Oh, the problem is when it's doing coal dust, it doesn't have enough. But why is this so much worse? My question. Why is this taking so much more than the other side, despite both of them being fully saturated belts? Oh! I don't feel like I'm working. It's a thief. No wonder. Okay, well, let's fix that real quick. Never mind, there's no room. Whatever. We're gonna get geothermal power. Cannot process your ash enough. Yes, ash. Ash. Ash Ketchum. Okay, so now we have the easier coke recipe, which we convert raw coal into coke, which gives us coke oven gas, which we can't, or we can burn actually. So we do need to keep, we need to keep coal gas and tar. Actually, do we need to keep tar? What is tar used in? Tar is used in various things, so yeah, we need to keep the tar, because the tar is coming out of this thing. It's also used in coke, but it's also used up here somewhere for something. Yeah, it's used up here in... Oh, it's as an output of coal. We're making coal, because we need coal for rubber stoppers. I'm questioning whether I can just replace this with the new recipe, because then we can use coal gas as fuel for the glass. But I don't think I want to mess with that right now. We have a pretty delicate balance, and it seems to be working right now. So I don't want to mess with it. Stupid freaking mouse wheel. I've only had this mouse for like 2.5 years. But I can't easily take this mouse apart, which is why I haven't done it. I have to like take off the adhesive, and it's really dumb. Like, there's already a cover on the bottom of my mouse. Why didn't they just put the screws in there? Make it easier to maintain, to do. Like, ugh. I hate companies that make anti-repairable products. Oh, do I use tar for mining fluid? No, we use steam, and we use acetylene. And I don't think we use tar directly. No, we just use acetylene and aromatics and steam for mining. Oh, and the coal gas. "95% of companies." True. Is this is running a full tilt now, or theoretic? Oh, I'm out of barrels. Heck. Heck. Yuck. Not enough barrels. Also, how are these doing? No, we're pretty good so far. Gotta say, this barreling machine is like one of the best additions in Pi because of the fact that it's a furnace. You can just throw fluid in it and it just works. Or you can just flow barrels in it and it just works. It's incredible. It is a furnace. It's literally a furnace. Type furnace. I think I need even more barrels than that. Because I want enough barrels that this is fully saturated. But not quite. It needs to come up to like here. So that there's less downtime between rock cycles. Well, tar and the coal fuel are bad liquid fuels with very low fuel value. I recommend leaving those for products that need them and setting up an additional stone outpost that avoids stone into landfill and processes leftover kerogen into shale and then into tons of multiple tier 1 liquid fuels. Interesting. Thanks for the tip. I think that's a bit too backseaty, but it's okay. I'm probably going to forget it in 10 minutes anyway. I do have shale oil, but I can't use it for anything yet. Yeah, I can use fuel oil. I can make fuel oil, effluents, condensates. Oh, and you can make light oil and heavy oil that way too. Ammonia, vinyl concentrate. $800 kilojoules. Ah. And that can turn into aromatics, and then also into other things like syngas, gasoline. Well, that requires nexolite and olefins and hydrogen as well. Okay, cool. I do have a surplus of acetylene, actually. This is a good point. I have tons of acetylene. It's only slightly worse than gasoline. It's 1/3 as good as kerosene. Coke oven gas is also quite good. Pale oil. Yeah, in terms of what we have right now, the only thing better is kerosene. I don't have kerosene. I do have kerosene. I didn't make kerosene. I can't make kerosene yet. I guess I can. No, I can't. Why is kerosene unlocked if I can't make it? Weird. Well, no, I'm looking at the alternative recipes. There's nothing I can make it out of because neither of these are producing kerosene. I don't have the requisite technology yet. But what I'm confused about is why Recipe Book is showing it as unlocked when it isn't. Huh, I don't know. Hey, we're actually backed up on power again. Nice. Never mind. Okay, well, I had a soft goal this stream to get geothermal power. I don't know if that's gonna happen because we still need like 20 minutes worth of research, and I don't think it's gonna last that long. Then, of course, we need to go out and build it, and it's way the heck up here. But I think I might call it a day because I need to eat dinner. It's been 3.5 hours. I think that's a good amount of time. Yeah, so we got a lot done today. We improved our Vrauks production. We got more moss. Oh gosh, we're backed up on moss. Awesome. How's the moss down here doing? Great. Yeah, we're backed up on wood again. Cool. I think our base is in pretty good shape right now, actually. Are we short on anything? No. We're just short on power is the only thing. Yeah, we're short on power.
Moisturize me.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh, we're backed up on petri dishes. The only thing we're short on is Vrauks and power. Maybe next stream we double Vrauks production and get geothermal power. And we'll go from there. Oh yeah. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'm gonna call it a night here. Find somebody to raid. Who is streaming? I'm gonna raid Vanache Panda. Always good to raid new people. Alright, goodbye everyone. Bye! Make sure you type raid guard in the chat when we go over there.